Oh, I was talking to myself and I was muted, so that's no bueno. I think we're good to go and up and running now, so... I don't know that the differences between easy and hard or anything. So we're just going to play Blade Runner a little bit. Thanks again for joining, if you're joining back and or if you're continuing. This is a first run and first playthrough. I think I did get through a little bit of the game in the beginning. It's saying error, but then it says excellent. What's going on here? Download. 1 second. Oh, okay. I guess I'm fine. This thing was being weird. Okay. Back in the channel. Back in the stream. I'm recording, but I probably shouldn't be. But now I'm going to be recording anyway in a second. We have already updated it to Blade Runner. Okay. Alright, so here we go. This is where we get real. Everything's about up and running now. I've deleted those 30-second streams and those 2-minute streams and those 1-minute streams. I'm glad you brought that up because I was talking about it, but I don't know if you heard me. But that's ridiculous. Salty licorice. Salty licorice. I don't even know. To each their own. Maybe if you grew up with it and it's something that your taste buds, your taste buds are used to, then yeah, I guess it could be a great thing. And what was it? Sweden, Ireland, that they do haggis. Haggis is real popular, which is just the innards of a sheep, I think, like the organs, like the liver and the stuff like that, whatever the organs are. And then they would grind it up into a meat and eat that. And that's, I mean, they eat the whole animal, so that's fine. Sour licorice, dude. I don't like licorice as it is. But maybe the sourness of it might make it taste better. Let's get into Blade Runner. I think we had one person jump in and out, and I think maybe somebody else joining. We're going to be talking along the way. I almost want to put this under a just chatting stream, but we also want to try to get through Blade Runner. This is going to be the first run of the game. Came out in like 2000, 2001 or something. It is, I mean, the movie came out in like 1980 something. And then even the idea came in like the 60s. So this is definitely in the realm of cyberpunk, futuristic sci-fi, androids, space, and all that jazz. So let's go ahead and move forward. Again, we'll be kind of talking through it, but only I won't interrupt the dialogue. I won't interrupt this stuff like that. So do I just double click? It is a point-and-click adventure, so it's more of a detective. How do I? Game. So then the point-and-click adventure. So we're just gonna see what happens and unfolds. It's probably the most you'll hear me read, other than Shadowrun. Dude, I was reading everything in Shadowrun. It's like a book. Westwood Studios. They did Command and Conquer. Blade Runner. In the early 21st century, the Tyrell Corporation advanced robot evolution into the Nexus phase, a being virtually identical to a human, known as a replicant. The Nexus 6 replicants were superior in strength and agility and at least equal in intelligence to the genetic engineers who created them. Replicants were used off-world as slave labor in hazardous exploration and colonization of other planets. After a bloody mutiny by a Nexus 6 combat team in an off-world colony, replicants were declared illegal on Earth, under penalty of death. Special police squads, Blade Runner units, had orders to shoot to kill upon detection. Any trespassing replicant. This was not called execution. This was called retirement. Los Angeles, November 2019. It's already past 2019. Oh my god! I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. This is gonna take a second. Enjoy.
I'm leaving now.
Lucy, my sweet.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's all right, it's my turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one? Just one little thing.
Mr. Runser, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Now, Lucy, I thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary.
No, don't eat the bird.
We're closed.
Don't make her eat the bird. I'm just kidding. I don't know what she was gonna do.
Wait, I haven't finished with you.
It's a unicorn llama.
We're closed.
We're not here to buy.
Uh-oh.
We've come to sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
What a coincidence. So am I. That is the price for humility.
Oh, please, don't.
And what else might we interest you in today, sir? Perhaps some virtue?
Not my animals, please. I'm begging you.
I think so too. But he was holding the bird next to her, so I was like, "Don't make her eat the bird."
Honor, little man. At what price? Honor.
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright. The forest of the night.
BR 61661, report to precinct headquarters, code 3. Repeat, code 3.
I was just finishing up my 12 out on patrol when I got the call. Welcome relief, considering that the most action I'd seen all night was a schizoid grandmother doing the shimmy in her underwear in the second sector.
BR 61661, report to division headquarters, code 3. Repeat, code 3.
Last time I had a 3 was when some hooker vomited Thunderbird on Bryant's desk, and yours truly led the cleanup crew. Year and a half on the job, it was still the dirtiest work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me personally to run the unit in his absence.
The language!
Boozer was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid. Because it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Oh, I can't pause it,
Don't
dude.
get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden's sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in, and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
Animal
Yep.
murder done at Runciter Zoological. Probably just be a schizoid glitz, but we got the call. Old man Runciter lost something like 1 billion chinions worth.
10
His
to 1
animals.
ain't a job for Rep Detect.
You got something better to do? Perfect your French cooking, maybe?
So I got this job by default. Nobody else could take the case.
Slimming tonight, Slim?
But it's this animal.
I thought you were on special assignment.
Wasn't too damn special after I had the suckers out.
What happened?
A couple of fours were masquerading as fibroplast insulators down at Kaiser. I dressed up like a nurse. They never had a chance.
I'll bet. You put him on the machine?
Hell no. There's a beautiful little thing in here called the magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it,
I got
you got
the
a brilliant
magic.
career ahead of you.
I'm working on it.
What's Gooza got you doing tonight?
AM at Runsitter's.
Animal murder. Oh, those skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that goddamn Eldon Tyrell ought to be zipped into a body bag and flushed into deep space.
Get rid of him, we'd be out of a job.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-world paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Whoa. That was inviting. She just invited me.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries.
Yep.
No
Real-
self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
Real animals, again, he just said it, are not almost non-existent. They're super, super rare. That kind of goes along with the cyberpunk world, too. Even if you played a Cloudpunk earlier, she was like, is this a real animal or is this a robotic bird? Because he had a falcon on his shoulder. And he's like, oh, it's a real bird. Just don't tell anybody that because nobody will believe it. So this is my mechanical bird. So, like, it's just so weird, the cyberpunk world that they live in. It's so dystopian in the future. I'm trying to cheat and use a guide. Because I did play this for like 30 minutes and got lost, and I didn't get far at all. I can catch myself up in like 5. So, talk to the hydrant, fire hydrant.
Scratches and paint flecks, and I
Crazy.
knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
Inspect the front door. What language are they speaking?
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Yeah, canvass the area. So, I don't know what language they're speaking, but if you're new, if you're just coming in, feel free to join chat and talk, or feel free to chill and watch. But we're also going to be talking too. It's a point-and-click adventure. We're playing Blade Runner from I think 2000 or 2001, so about 20 years
Judging
ago.
from the distance between the prints, I was looking for 2 very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair.
2 sets of footprints. Somebody was dragging a leg behind. The other guy was a ninja. I don't think there's too much to do in this room. Like I said, it's a point-and-click adventure, so you gotta look everywhere, kind of like scan the room. The only way to really tell is if your arrow lights up, and it's just here and here, I think. What's up, bro?
McCoy,
You okay?
LPD.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act.
Oh.
She's the young girl who works for me.
Is she an android?
Responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was 2 men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
Big and scary and absolutely malevolent.
They're big and scary. That's descriptive.
My precious one.
Alright.
She was my baby.
You got any discs from that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera.
Cool.
Thousands of Jinyens worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that.
Exactly. He's saying, well, the cameras are shot out. Why do you need the feeds? Well, they probably recorded him before it got shot, and it'll stop anytime after that. So maybe they got an image of him. And he's like, yeah, you're right. Here they are. And he's actually walking around. I have to wait for him to walk. So I'm just waiting.
I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy.
So, are you like just about ready to go to bed, snuggling up and just chilling and watching?
My animals.
Or were you gonna, is your Borderlands 3, are you waking up to play for an hour or two? It sounded like you were heading for bed soon. I know it's a big time difference, and I'll be still up tonight, which is your morning. So, you can always play when you wake up, or tomorrow. Something else. Okay, so, I got the disc, and I think that's all I needed, so I can leave this area. He doesn't give me much more information, I don't think.
It didn't add up. Animal murders, the lack of any theft, the small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance.
I think I missed something. Let me go back real quick. It said something about, there it is to the right. No, maybe not. They're saying gun shells somewhere.
My precious one. She was my baby.
How do I, I don't see any. I might have just missed it, or I don't know, but I don't want to spend too much time. Oh, is that it, really? That tiny little thing right there? You wanted me to...
Precious one.
You wanted me to click on that?
She was my baby.
This is like pixel perfect. Okay, let's click on it.
Big caliber, possibly off-world combat weaponry. Ballistics might give me a fix on it.
So go to ballistics. Okay, so I think I needed that from earlier, but I didn't even see it. I'm so glad I'm using a guide. I already talked to him about Lucy. Oh, her desk. I'm not being a very good detective because apparently she has a desk that I didn't even check out, and I don't see a desk here. Back here? Back here? I'm a very bad detective. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, just let it run overnight, and we'll catch up tomorrow on that game. We'll do a co-op. Cool. I usually see her pop-ups too on my phone, so pretty quick to connect. Where is this chick's desk? It's the service lady.
My precious one. She was my baby.
Like there was the chick with the purple hair was running a desk. Oh, it's this red thing right here, but I don't know how to click behind it. Let me see.
All my animals.
Her desk in the upper right. This is it.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair.
What about the limping footprints?
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair. Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
That was the fire hydrant. The video disc, we have not yet inserted the disc yet. Shell casings, that's something new for me.
Big caliber, possibly off-world combat weaponry. Ballistics might give me a fix on it.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this? Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men.
I don't know how to get behind this desk. I'm supposed to check the desk.
She was my baby.
Oh, I pulled out my gun. Didn't mean to do that either. How do I...
My precious one. She was my baby.
I don't know how to get back here. Anybody help me? This is the desk. I'm 90% sure this is the desk. It says upper right corner. Oops. And there's something to click to investigate that I'm missing here. Somewhere. This is a point-and-click adventure, so you gotta click on what they want you to click. When they want you to click it. I guess I'm just gonna forget it, I guess.
Totally ruined.
Aw, there's things I could have done in the building, but I'm missing them. I don't... If I check out the desk, there's something in the corner that I can get, but it's a... You know what, if you end up playing this game on your own, if you end up buying this game on your own, I'm going to end up just skipping this part, but there's stuff, there's Easter eggs over there. You're not going to get them now, though, sorry. So the officer.
What do you know?
About 30 counts of animal murder and 1 of aggravated assault.
Find anything else out here?
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runciter hanging around with a big fat guy last week.
Find anything else out here?
This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
I never did appreciate art.
So black sedan, some people got away. That's it. And then inside, I think I missed an Easter egg or something, but let's get the hell out of here. But I got most of the clues, I think, that I needed to continue. Into space we go. This is their version of a mini-map, or a map of the next area that you can fly to. I don't think I've gone back to my apartment yet. I can go back to the precinct, or Runister's animals. That's where I'm coming from. Let's go back to the precinct. Alright, here we are. If you're just joining in, thanks again for joining. If you just want to chill out and see what this game is all about, it's just a point-and-click adventure. So it's all about unveiling the story. I'm trying to pick up all the clues to what's going on. Every time I call people out, they leave. That's okay.
Lock up.
We're gonna go either to the basement or the first floor.
Lock up. Ground floor. Mainframe and shooting range. Laboratory. Roof.
Let's go. The roof is where we're at.
Roof.
By the way, I didn't even know that. I was like, am I at floor 1 or floor 0 or B?
Lock up.
Anyway, B is lock up. Let's
Lock
go.
up.
Jail cell. Jail cell.
Are they letting me out?
Nope.
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
Probably
I
not.
suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
Who are you, anyway?
Please leave me alone. My
Yeah.
migraine's acting up.
It's fine. You're bothering me anyway. I think there's a cop that shows up, like a guard. It doesn't matter. As soon as I walk away, he's gonna appear. All right.
Mainframe. Ground floor.
We're gonna go to the first floor, which I think is the precinct, or at least where all the office desks are for the police officers. Let's check it out. Okay, I'm down here. There was like somebody to talk to. Let me see. I don't think there's anything here important. There was somebody here I could talk to. I don't remember. You can't talk to everybody, but you can talk to some people. Apparently not any of these or these. That guy that was walking by gave me a green arrow. I promise there's some. I'm about to just move on. See, there he is. Green arrow. So, curious what he has to say.
Hey, pal.
It's high time someone got them illegals off the street.
What do you know?
Hey, pal.
0 that would interest you, detective.
Thanks.
What do you know?
0 that would interest you,
Thanks.
detective.
One more time. Third time is a charm.
Hey, pal.
It's high time someone got them illegals off the street.
You're welcome, pal. Gee, the way they talk to each other. That's weird. I'm like, I don't want to talk to the police.
Pal.
It's high time someone got them illegals off the street.
You don't say, hey, pal, and yo. Things like... Alright, I think we need to go to the second floor. This is the first floor precinct. And find out what's going on with this murderer. Hey, thanks for joining if you're joining, by the way. I don't see your names, but if you want to chat, feel free to chat. And we lost him. But if you want to chat, feel free to chat.
Laboratory.
And we're going to go down to the...
Mainframe and shooting range.
I think it is the mainframe and shooting range. Mainframe. So
Violent street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards for the City Immigration Bureau by next month.
Okay. In here, I think, is the Esper room. I think that's where I turn the disc in. It's only because I know already. Thank God. TV will come on.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Entering the mainframe room to the right. This is, I think, what I needed help on, because this is where I started to get stuck. So, I am in the mainframe room. If you are here, by the way, some partial spoilers. Partial spoilers. We just investigated the first job that we have for this game, which is the key didn't seem too happy about it, but an animal murder. He went by default. Nobody else wanted to get the detective on the job, so they just threw you at it. Anyway, it seems like it's an interesting case because when we got there, there were two guys that broke in. They slaughtered all the animals. Why would they do that? Anyway, the dude's like standing there as testimony for witness. So, but I can't believe everything he says. I don't know what happened to the android that was there too. Yes, we're talking androids. Did they kill her or take her away? Either way, she's gone. I'm a terrible detective. I should have figured that out. But anyway, we found a disc at that location. So we're trying to process the disc to see what's on it, the video, to find more information.
Video disc. 2 enhanceable images found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
To find more information. So we found this on the crime scene. This was the video feed that went through.
Run sitter crime scene.
And I don't know what the point is of zooming in. Let me look back at the guide real quick. We'll zoom out. I do want to see what's going on with him. This game is 20 years old, and it's like it looks like nowadays. It almost looks like he's looking at his phone while he's in business, which is what everybody does nowadays, which is fine. But he's probably just doing like business work. He's the only person running the operation. There's a monkey. That was on the detective list, I think. The monkey. Let me zoom. Can I zoom in more? I swear there's something up with the monkey. That was brought up later. Anyway, brought up later. So you can scan this. I don't know if there's anything on the first frame. There's another frame too to scan, so we'll check it out in a second. Nope. This game is so ahead of its time. They put so much money and effort and stuff into this. Okay, let's go to the image 2.
Run sitter crime scene.
Alright, so this one, get away. I had a fly by me. He's still working on his iPad. Let's see if there's any new information here. Oh. There we go. Nothing? Come on. Okay, fine, let's zoom out. So the first image gave us nothing. The second image might give us some clues. I'm about to check him out in a second, but I want to get the area, a feel for the area first. Nothing. Okay, zoom out. Let's check him out, guys. Boom, and the car maybe too. Maybe I'll need to zoom in closer to that car. Mainframe, blue download information, vid screen. Let's look at that. Yeah, I see them walking through the door. What am I supposed to do? Check out the car maybe, because maybe there's license plates. It's gridded by block or by square, so maybe. I'm also trying to read a guide to catch up myself on this too, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Close walking through the door, highlight the back of this. No way, I think I found it.
Ground car. Looks like it's been around the block a few times. Give me a hard copy of that.
Wow. You literally had to be within that block, within that blue block, to find the license plate on that car to check it out. Otherwise, you would have never seen this. You would have never seen this. How? Wow. This game is so specific. This is why when I was a kid, games like this, I'd get lost. I wouldn't figure out where they wanted me to click, and I just stopped playing because I couldn't get through it. Literally, I didn't know where to go. But nowadays, there's guides, there's other people playing it, and everything like that. So it's not as bad. I'm actually looking at a guide to figure out where. Somebody's like, check out the car. I'm like, sweet, let's check out the car. So where is it? Second floor in his bedroom. Wait, what? What? Enter the mainframe room to the right. This is where I got stuck last time, guys. I'm sorry, and this is where I'm going to take a second to like check on the guide to see where I need to go. Oops. All right. Eisendoller's lab. Pick up the. No, that's ahead of where I'm at. Continuing. They gotta talk about the car. Walking through the door, highlight the back of the sedan. There it is. I'm back on track. Backlights and license plate. Then highlight just the trunk. Are you serious? Are you serious? Highlight just the trunk? That takes up 6 spaces. Do you want just this space, this space, this space, this space, this space? Like, dang, you're specific on that. Okay. So, highlight just the trunk is what the guide says. So I guess I'm going to do all 6 spaces. Or even if you want to include 8. Let's just, here, we're going to go from here. Oh, no. Oh, zoomed out. I didn't mean to do that. See. There we go. Come on. I gotta get back to the car. I think you have to scan the license plate. Please? Come on, Meow. Get me back to the car. If you're joining, thanks for joining. Feel free to join in chat too. I'll respond to you. They're like, just the license plate, and I'm like, well, you can keep changing it. Wow, this is really annoying if you're actually watching this, and Typhoon, if you're still there, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to check out what the game wants me to check out. Hey, come on now. It said just the license plate, and I was just there, right? I was just at the car. So we're both new at this, right? You just started streaming when I started streaming, right, Typhoon? So if that's the case, I think that's cool and a strange coincidence, but I think it's cool. If you want to make this the real deal, and if you want to make this like every day and make this a part of your life and make money off of it, it's a possibility, but it's a long road. I think it's going to be a long road up. And you might stream to 0 viewers for a while, talk to yourself, stream to 3 people, whatever. And it's, yeah, do it for fun. That's what it's all about. And you almost went back straight to my point. You went straight to my point. Do it for fun. Eventually, if people like you enough, the money will come. The money will come. You could be a street performer on the street and just play your instrument, a guitar, a flute. I finally got there!
A black ground car. Looks like it's been around the block a few times.
Isn't that so weird? I finally got there. I did nothing different. I hate games like this. I'm so negative. No, like really, you want me to do the exact same, like pixel perfect? Please click on this exact. If you want to continue playing the game, you have to click on this exact pixel. Like, if you want to win the game, you have to click on this pixel. And you don't even know until you're supposed to figure it out. That's the point. Yeah, that's an extra reason to stream. For me too, dude. Like, this is part-time, but I want to eventually do it full-time. But I'm working full-time too. I mean, I can do it without. I want to do it for me. But strangely enough, I want to stream for other people, man. I want to stream for other people. It almost gives me... It does give me a purpose. A purpose in life. Say I stream this game to myself, or I just play by myself. Don't we all? We're all just checking it out. But the whole purpose of this is, like I said earlier, just to hang out. To talk. To be a part of a community. To be part of something better. And I think that's what's so cool about this. Being a part of something better. Anyway, let's continue and try to figure out what's going on with this car. In the guide... Shit! I zoomed out and now I don't know how to get back in. This game, man! Why did I do that? Ooh, the license plate.
License plate? Give me a hard copy of that.
I just randomly clicked around and hoped I got anything on the car. And I finally got the license plate that they were telling me to get. They were like, click on the license plate. And I'm like, no shit. No shit. Click on the license plate. Yeah, duh, I'm doing it. But like, you have to click on it exactly the way that... Anyway, so we got this. Return to the roof to the 3rd floor later. That's in a minute. 3rd floor... Highlight the back of the sedan, back of the license plate. I already did that. Highlight just the trunk. They said I already did that too, and that didn't work, but I finally got there. This will give Roy a total of 6 new photos. Return to the elevator. I wouldn't have known that. So this might give me 6 new photos. Returning to the 3rd floor here in a second. Wow, I've been in that screen for so long, I'm stuck in camera mode right now. Okay, let's get out of here. I can move now. Let's move. And see what else is up with this scheme. So somebody died, animals died, and trying to find out what's going on. Right
well,
there.
if it ain't Ray McCoy, Bryant finally let you play with the big boys.
My clearance come through?
You bet.
No.
You bring your piece?
Don't leave home without it.
Yeah, no.
Steele's been running the maze every other day for 2 weeks, and the targets are getting a little roughed up.
I thought Guzzo was going to requisition some new ones.
I ain't seen him down here in a month. Guess he's been busy.
Poor guy. I bet he gets all tuckered out from pushing those papers around.
And don't sell him short, McCoy. Guzzo could be one tough hombre. I remember when we worked mice together. He poured acetone on 2 pimps that gave us some lip and lit a match. I'll tell you, it looked like the goddamn 4th of July out there.
Peachy.
Okay. He poured acetone on 2 pimps. Okay, that just shows you how gritty this cyberpunk world that Blade Runner's in. What else you got?
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
You keeping busy, pal?
That's it?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last
Third time's a charm. Because you have to keep clicking on these people.
You keeping busy,
No, that's
pal?
it.
Nah,
Okay, we get it. So moving on to the next area, we're going to go to floor 3, I think? Or floor 4? Squeeze out of him because you'll never see him again after this. Return to the roof. I guess that's it. So go up the elevator and go up the 3rd floor. If you're joining, by the way, welcome. I can't see your name, but you're welcome to join chat and be a part of the conversation.
Ground floor. Lockup. Ground floor. Mainframe and shooting range. Laboratory. Roof.
I think the 3rd floor is where I need to be.
Laboratory.
Laboratory. Oh my god, I thought I just talked to this guy, but no, I haven't talked to him yet. It's the other guy.
Got anything new for me, Dino?
I was wondering when you'd show your mug around here, McCoy. The shell casings from Runciter should be in the Museum of Military History.
How's that?
They're from an Ender rifle. It's standard issue off-world military hardware. Heavy caliber. That puppy can punch right through a tank.
What can I conclude from that?
Whoever used this piece didn't just walk into their local sporting goods store and buy it. Those babies are collectibles, and they ain't cheap.
Anything else?
We got the animal corpses from Runciter's, but there wasn't a whole lot to work with.
Bone marrow?
About 50% were real, the rest were fakes.
So, Runciter was ripping his customers off.
State-of-the-art fakes. Miles beyond the crap you see on Animoid Row.
The kind that comes from legit manufacturers?
They're the ones that usually produce the quality.
What about the wounds?
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Butcher knife?
Could be, but who cuts meat anymore?
Nice bunch of reps I'm tailing. Hope you're not pulling a meat cleaver out of my back next week.
Dang, they brutal. You guys are brutal. Again, the whole point is it's a point-and-click adventure, and they did make a key note on clicking on the same person to get a new dialogue. I don't want to over-click, but...
Anything else?
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car.
You sure?
The angle of impact was almost head-on. And there ain't too many spinner drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I heard your wife got her license back.
You're a real funny guy, McCoy.
Anything else?
Zip man, try me later.
Anything else?
Zip man, try me later.
What's funny is he says, "Zip man, try me later," but when I'm reading this guide, it says, "You'll never see Dino again." And I'm like, so it says squeeze every bit of information out of him. So in this game, it's a point-and-click adventure, so you gotta click the same person, and the different dialogue conversation will pop up.
Anything else?
Zip man, try me later.
Okay, that's it. I think he's run dry of information. Let's move on.
Zip, man.
Yeah,
Grind
let's
and
move
live
on and find more clues to who the hell killed all those animals.
Ground floor.
That's terrible.
Mainframe laboratory.
It's terrible. I think that's it. It says go to Chinatown, so let's go to...
Lockup.
Take the elevator. See, we can go to lockup, but there's nothing else here other than this dude, and he just says, here, if you're new...
I got some more questions for you.
Nothing.
Your associate, Ms. Steele, has already taken my statement. I have nothing more to say unless I have an attorney present.
That's new. Well, anyway. He's just chilling. Oh, that's my bad. Menu.
I got some more questions for you.
Your associate, Ms. Steele, has already taken my statement. I have nothing more to say unless I have an attorney present.
Let's move on to the roof. We need to head to Chinatown. So, into my car. Yeah, we haven't talked in a bit, but we're just kind of seeing what's going on with the game. But Typhal, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of all of this. I've just started, I think, at the same time that you started, so it's super cool. I think it's all about community, branching out, and it looks like you play a lot of different games. So branching out, just chatting seems to be the biggest. So I guess if you want to talk to people, I hate and I love talking to people. But that's what the point of my stream is I think I can handle whatever anybody can throw at me. Sex, drugs, religion, rock and roll. Get personal about it, get aggressive and stuff like that. Like I think I can handle the conversation. There's a maturity that you can deal with people. And people are good. People are mean. People are mean. They'll get under your skin. They'll say things that will stay in your head for a while. Chinatown. Where's Chinatown? Wait, I haven't unlocked Chinatown yet. Last time I was just there. You saw there when I was recording earlier. And I'm about 45 minutes into the stream too, right about the right same time. It's because I'm taking my time. But anyway, Typhal, what I was going to say is thank you so much. What's cool and what works, I think, is you joining me even if you're not really paying attention. Even if you're not paying attention. How do I get to Chinatown? Even if you're not paying attention, and that's what I try to do with you. Like if I'm after work and I'm too tired to like watch or do anything, I'll watch you off and on. I'll just leave you on while I'm at work, so that you have at least one viewer. The reason is because if you have, would you rather join somebody with 0 people watching? The 0 is better. There we go. Would you rather join a stream with 0 people watching, or would you rather join a stream with 2 people watching? Would you rather join a stream with 0 or 2? 2 almost feels like people are out there and something's going on. You want to be a part of it. When it's 0, you're just like, 0? Nobody cares what this 0-person view has to say, and nobody is a part of it, so who cares about 0? There's like 10,000 people playing with 0 viewers, and it's hard to filter through. It's hard to filter through the 0 versus 1 versus 2 versus 10 versus 20. And what's also important is your category. I don't know where else to go. I need to find out how to unlock Chinatown. I think I need to go back to the main place. Or the precinct. But your category is important. Where you place yourself. Everybody's in just chatting. But don't put your... I'm not going to put myself in just chatting unless we're just chatting. Unless maybe we're playing a game, but we're mostly chatting.
Laboratory. Lockup. Ground floor.
Hey.
Mainframe. Shooting range.
No, dude, I was watching you throughout like the whole week. one viewer or so. I think the one viewer is me. I think we got two viewers on the stream right now, but I don't know where to go, and I'm sorry if you're paying attention, other viewer. I'm not sure where to go next. I'm trying to get a guide, but this is my first playthrough. Oh, I already talked to this guy.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
And I don't know where to go next, so I'm gonna check out the computer real quick. Let's check out the second monitor.
Uploading personal clue database.
Oh, new information. Let's try that.
Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete. Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database.
Wow, that's a lot of new information.
Clue database transfer complete.
Thank you.
Uploading personal clue database.
Anything new?
Downloading mainframe clue database.
No? Okay.
Clue database.
Ah, I can't skip.
Complete.
Sorry, guys. And gals. Let's go back to the main. Did I miss anything? This is ridiculous. I should have unlocked more. It literally. I'm so sorry, dude.
Run sitter crime scene.
When I look at the guide, I can't do anything until I come back to this spot, and I think I have to do something with this stupid car. I'm zooming into these blue panels. Nope. Maybe. There we go. But like they want me to zoom in on the license plate, and it's like you have to be.
A black ground car. Looks like it's been around the block a few times.
This was the suspect for the last crime that happened. 6 new photos, but I haven't done it yet. It says highlight just the trunk, but do not include the license plate. What? What? Are you serious? Read that again. Then highlight just the trunk, but do not include the license plate. This will give you 6 more photos. What? And then what is considered the trunk? There's literally 1, this little corner, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That almost includes the license. No, it doesn't. License plate, top left 7. 8, maybe? So no license plate here, but let's try these 6. Ooh. What? No, I zoomed out just like last time. Go in. I can't double zoom, can I? That's why. Okay. Oh, yeah, I can. I can double zoom. See, just the trunk, and it's not doing anything. I have to get back into the other view. It's not doing it again. It's stuck again. You have to scan the car. Let's try just this block. Exactly the way the game wants you to scan it. There we go. Just 1 block.
A black ground car. Looks like it's been around the block a few times.
Speaking of blocks, I mean square. But let's try this little, Nope. Nope. I thought you could double highlight, and now it's not letting me. This is my greatest fear, and I keep doing it with multiple games. Getting stuck and not being able to progress. I'm so sorry for everybody, and myself, and the game, and everybody who's watching. To waste your time. I don't mean to waste your time. I think this is the only way out, and this is why this is literally where I stopped last time too. Anyway, I can't do this anymore. This is ridiculous. If you're about to fall asleep, if you're in another country, I bid you good night. I'm staying awake and around. I'm about to reset the stream though, so if you're still there, thanks for chilling and hanging out. I will definitely continue where we left off on Blade Runner. Probably later on. Yep, I'm gonna switch to Shadowrun, dude. You read my mind, man. Typeful, dude. You read my mind. You're in my head. How did you know? I'm gonna run this. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna switch over to Shadowrun. Now, I actually still got stuck on Shadowrun for SNES. I played that for about. Yeah, you are smart. I played for about an hour, dude. I played for about 1 hour, and I got stuck. The game was like, we're not going to give you any weapons.
Run sitter, crime scene.
Meanwhile, all they did was throw people shooting at you. And I'm like, how am I supposed to shoot at these people if I don't have any weapons? And it's like, well, maybe you should hire a Shadowrunner ally. And I'm like, okay. And I found one. And I'm like, sweet, I found a Shadowrunner. And he's like, guess what? I need money. And I'm like, I don't have any money either. I don't have a gun. I don't have any money. Like, how am I supposed to attack the enemies that are attacking me? And you can't just punch them. So I'm like running around in circles like a dumbass on Shadowrun for the SNES. It might even be the same for Genesis. But once I figure this stuff out, I'll like, it'll be so much. You're so right. But it was the beginning of the game, and I don't think you could be a street samurai yet. I don't think I picked a class yet. But yeah, there's a street samurai. Hell yeah, there's Dude, I saw you playing Shadowrunner, and that was so cool. You were quick. You are quick, dude. So I'm curious how your Borderlands play is. For Borderlands, it's co-op, and it's the word is sponge. Sponge. And that's basically if you headshot the enemy. You headshot them. They're not dead yet. They're just going to stay alive because they're a boss. You headshot them and headshot them and headshot them. Maybe you'll do crits or more damage. They're a boss. They're going to keep taking damage. They're going to have the armor. It's called a sponge. And that's what Borderlands is. When you compare Borderlands to, like, not Call of Duty, Rainbow Six, I think? Rainbow Six, you headshot somebody, they're gone. They're dead. That's not a sponge game. Headshot is one shot in those games. But yeah, dude, I like the Borderlands and the RPG aspect of it, or inventory, guns, and all that stuff. So I loved watching you play Shadow or Ghost Runner. What was it, yesterday or the day before? Dude, you were fast. So keep it up, dude. I think we're gonna switch from this game, Blade Runner, to, just like you said, Shadowrun. I'm gonna switch from. You're welcome, man. You're welcome, Typefall. If you fall asleep at any time, don't even worry about it. We'll catch you later. If I don't see you in chat, I'll know you're gone. So no worries. I accidentally took out my gun. Right click. We're gonna switch over to Shadowrun. Like I said, we're gonna skip the SNES and Genesis version for now. We're gonna go to, they did a version in 2013, 2014, and 2015. 5 years ago. And that was the trilogy of Shadowrun Returns, Shadowrun Dragonfall, which you're actually gonna be seeing now, and then Shadowrun Hong Kong. So Returns, Dragonfall, Hong Kong. And they're the trilogy of the comeback series in Shadowrun. I'll actually say that again here in a little bit when I start the stream back up for a different audience. No worries, man. And that's what's great about streaming too, is just non-stop. If you can keep it up, keep it up. If not, take a nap, go to sleep. Take an 8-hour bedtime or a 2-hour nap, whatever you like. What was I gonna say? We're gonna switch over, and the second game, I'm about maybe 1/3 through it, and I also am getting a little bit lost, but not as much as this game. It is new to me. The first game, you can still go back to it. Shadowrun Returns, have it all voiced out, all lined up, episode 1 through 8. 1 through 8. And I'm still talking to you just like you're there, but you just can't respond. It's not live. So you're welcome to check out the previous installments for Shadowrun Returns, and we'll continue with the Shadowrun Dragonfall here in just like a minute or two. I see that there's 2 people following. If you guys are in chat, thanks so much for being here. If you have any questions, I can't see your name. If you have any questions, if you want to join in, if you have any discussions at all, this is open chat for anybody and everybody. Politics, religion, I put in there freedom, commercialism, sexism, racism, all of those isms, genderism, like male, female, transgender, whatever you define yourself as. Like, you are open and you are welcome to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Like, there's no subject that's taboo. Just be civil, be kind. It's okay to be aggressive and use language, but be nice to each other. Anyway, we're going to continue here in a second. If you're watching, I'm going to cut myself off for about a minute or two. We're going to continue with Shadowrun and get that launched. Thanks again for being a part of it. We're going to continue Shadowrun in just a little... Somebody just joined a weird time. But we're going to be continuing Shadowrun here in just a few like maybe 1 to 2 minutes. This is the comeback series in 2013, so about 7 years old. I already finished Shadowrun Returns, so you're welcome to go back to that. We're going to be continuing with Shadowrun Dragonfall. I'll be voicing it, and a lot of reading, but it is pretty linear, so it's pretty easy to get through. It's about 18 hours, so we're definitely not going to get through all of it today. And I'm about 30% through, so you're going to be catching up on some of that stuff. So, again, thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys in about a minute or two. I'm just going to mute myself as I launch it. Excuse me. Give me like 1 more minute and I'll be right back up, and we're going to be running all of the reading for Shadowrun Dragonfall. Uh-oh, did I say a bad word? Did you say a bad word? I meant to give you guys a better background before I left, like that at least, because it shifts, it changes. So I'm reading back. We're about to be starting here in about a few seconds, guys. So if anybody's joining in, we're literally on episode... Oh, I need to change that too. Episode 4? We're on episode 4, but I don't know how many episodes are going to be. Maybe about 8 to 10. Episode 4. And we're going to be going through the story. I'm about to catch you guys up in a few seconds with what's going on. Kind of detective, but there's also gunplay and gunfire, but it's a strategy-based game. Let's continue... I think we're pretty much ready to go. Let's see. Stop recording, start recording. Have you played them all, or is this your first time checking them out? Or have you just jumped to Dragonfall? Because I will admit, Dragonfall, they changed the game mechanics. And I was like, wow, this game is a little bit better than how it was on the first game. So for this one, the Krautzen Bazaar, this is what I was talking about earlier. I don't know if I'm saying it right and or if they spelled Bazaar right. The Krautzen Bazaar. Your team makes its way back to the nearest... Here, I need to go back to the full screen. I think we're rolling, so I'm going to go into full screen. And again, if anybody else is out there, feel free to join in, talk in chat. We're going to be chatting a little... Oh, you know what? I need to switch my face over. Feel free to talk about whatever you like. This is an open chat. Do not be afraid of being judged. The focus is freedom, equality, and if you ever feel like you're suppressed for any reason, definitely talk to somebody about it. Absolutely. Reach out. What was I gonna do? Doing voices, episode 4, spoilers, already have that. Language, yep. I'm losing my mind here, guys. Give me 2 seconds. What am I doing? So much drum roll and anticipation and suspension to get this continued. Okay. I'm gonna remember in about 2 seconds. I'm just gonna alt-tab over, but whatever. Your team makes its way back to the nearest U-Bahn station. 20 minutes later, you're on a return trip to the Krautzen Bazaar, leaving the filth of Dragonkip far behind. But the image of Green Winter's twisted corpse continues to linger in your mind. You lift one of the discs that you pulled from Winter's safe to the light. Reflections dance off of its surface. With luck, you'll soon have the answers that you've been looking for. Oh, I was gonna move my head because it's in the way of things. So, boop. It's about to be in the way of things. And I didn't like... Whoa there, whoa there, whoa, so much control. Alright. That's not what I meant to move. There we go. Nope. Okay. We will continue and load, and let's go to full screen too. This is exactly what I just read. This is the Krautzen Bazaar. With any luck, you'll have the answers that you've been looking for. It's a little bit more open world, but thank God this game actually points to where you need to go. So it's semi-linear. And I don't get so lost. But then again, the last mission was tough because they put random codes and doors. Random codes and doors. And I'm like, you have to find the random code to find that door, to find the other random code to find it for door 2 or 3 or 4. Yeah, it was tough. This is the city in Germany. The first game was in America. The second game is in Germany. The third game... Oh, let me go to full screen. The third game is in Hong Kong. Shadowrun Hong Kong. I have some points to spend. Son of a monkey. Really? To go into full screen, I have to completely exit? Sorry, guys. 2 more seconds and we'll continue with everything. I got a dog. His name is Dante. Cool. Thanks, Typhoon, by the way, for the heads up. Sorry about that. Here we go. With any luck, you'll soon. With any luck, we will all soon find some more answers because this is, I've restarted this like twice already. All right, this is a yellow, which tells me exactly where to go. For the sake of expediency, for you guys who are new, let's get straight to it. Where does it? Everything is so dingy and everything is so cyberpunk, advanced yet dingy. We're in a bad part of town. Shrotty. A sad old man looks up from whatever old tech he's tinkering with to squint at you through thick, old-fashioned glasses. He pushes them up with an old, stained finger as he straightens up to nod at you. He speaks with a gruff but well-meaning tone, heavily accented with German tonality. Oh, you're gonna hate me for whatever German accent I throw on whatever character I want. Be like, that's Jamaican, not German. Hey, man! Yeah, man! We be moving in Germany, man. Like, that's not German. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Anyway, Guten Tag. What can I do for you? Melity tells me that you're the man to speak with about DVDs. Yep, that's what I was looking for. Shrotty. The little shrew sent you my way, eh? Wonders never cease. His smile broadens. Well, introductions are in order, I suppose. It almost sounds like a Romanian or Eastern European. I suppose. Shrotty Vokman at your service. Needs something salvaged? Some old components, vielleicht? I'm indeed your man. Well, let's see. I think I've got something that'll work for you. Shrotty rummages through the junk heap on the table behind him. A few seconds later, he snatches a battered plastic lozenge shaped from the pile. Did I say that right? Ah, here we go. An old Korean player that I dug up last week. A 2010 model, a real beauty. Smile price almost sounds Italian. This profile or this one? That's too funny. Typo. His smile broadens and he gives you a conspiratorial wink. I fixed her up and got her running, but without any discs to read. I've been mostly using her as a paperweight. Sounds like what I've been looking for. He glances back at the DVD player, rueful expression on his face. Well, I admit, I'm only loath in part with air. There's plenty of folks out there who really appreciate an older player such as this, and I don't know what your intentions are for it. I suppose, given the time and trouble we put him back together, I'd be willing to part for her for, say, 500 million. His eyes dart over at your gear, calculated expression on his face. 500 million, that's ridiculous. I could buy a new one. Short on cash right now. Could I offer you something in trade? The old man pauses for a moment, considering. I'll tell you what, a few moments ago I had, well, difference of opinion with the Berkside fellow from the Soykov shop. He hasn't let me in his establishment since, and I'll sell my mother for a decent cup of coffee. You get me a cup of Turkish coffee, the real stuff, not that fake junk, and I'll give you the DVD player. Sound good? I already have it. Sure. Hand him your coffee as it happens. You have a mug right here. Thank you. He gratefully accepts the coffee, then snaps the lid back and inhales deeply. Wiggling his mustache, he processes the scent. Yeah, that's the real stuff, all right. He gingerly picks up the ancient device, item added DVD player. Picks up the ancient device from the table, presses it into your hands, and the plastic is scuffed and worn, and it rattles a bit when you move it. Give her some good use, okay? Cool. Return to Paul with the goods. So I got the DVD player from the dude. He took a hot cup of chocolate or coffee for the DVD player. Sweet. I had it on me already. Dog, I haven't talked to you in a while, but I don't think there's anything new. What's up? You look down to see a pair of bright eyes set in a scruffy-looking face back up at you. Dante, Monica's old dog. Looking down into those huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. On some instinctive level, he must know that this master is gone. Dante lets out a small whine, then rubs his head against your leg. Let's pet him. Woof. Good for you, dog. Zach Flash. I think he sold me some of the drugs from earlier. Zach Flash. Oh, I think I replayed this part. Welcome back, mein Freund. What can old Zach get ya? I have a formula for you. For combat stim, can you produce something like that? That's jazz. Oh, you know I'm your man. I can hook you up right now. Show me what you got. I definitely want to get some jazz, kamikaze, and a nitro. Confirm. And talking to him again. What's the deal with the special concoction? You said that you knew magic. Are you a street mage? What's up with the bandages on your hands? Or, nah, change my mind. What's the deal with the special concoction? Zach Flash. Zach Flash's grin broadens even further. His mouth is disturbingly large. There's something menacing about the sight of those two white teeth. This is the real deal, Shummer. A proprietary blend designed and delivered by yours truly. Pharmaceutical grade, kamikaze cut with genuine spirit residue from the tier. And then mixed with my secret blend of herbs and spices. He produces a small packet filled with iridescent purple granules from a pocket in his dirty jeans. You wanna get high? Buy some Nova Coke and throw yourself a party? But you wanna soar? You'll get yourself some flash. So, you want to conduct a little business? You said you knew magic. Are you a street mage? Zach Flash, let's have a throaty, barking laugh. Oh, street mage, me? Do I look like a street mage to you? No, chummer, I'm a street mage. I'm not a street mage. I've got magic in my blood and the magic in these bags, but you won't catch old Zach studying any spell books. So magic in his blood and magic in his bags, because he's an elf. Bags, but no spell books. Let's talk about what magic you've got in that bag there. What have you got? Oh, a little bit of everything. I got your Zen, your Hyper, your Nitro, and your Nova Coke. If you want it, I've got it. Zach leans toward and lowers his voice towards to a conspiratorial whisper. I've even got a special concoction of my own design. But I won't recommend it unless you're serious about getting high. So, you want to conduct a little business? I think that's it. I already bought what I needed from him. Nah. Doodles. Let's move on. Return to Paul with the goods. I think I just got that over here. We're moving forward. Home. Here it is. I was trying to figure out where home was. My main base of operations. We're heading back there right now, but it's basically Renee Neuger's import shop. If you're just joining in, by the way, thanks so much for joining. This is a cyberpunk theme season, I guess. We're playing Shadowrun Dragonfall right now. This is the second part of the 3-part series trilogy in the most recent run of Shadowrun. Thanks for joining. If you have any questions, by the way, feel free to join in the chat. I'm paying attention, watching you guys too. I don't know who is in chat, but if you have any questions or want to join in, feel free to be a part of it. Paul Engel, he's the landlord basically, / mission giver. There's various people on your team right now. Glory, where is she? Glory. It's not letting me highlight her. But there's Glory, I forgot his name, Dante the dog, and Eigel, I-E-G-E-L. one of our allies. So let's just go straight to Paul Amsel. Seems that Amsel has assembled the team in your absence. They stand in a group around the old display that you had Malit to deliver. On their faces, you can see excitement and apprehension, curiosity and dread. Drake, this is Paul Amsel. I think Paul Amsel's pretty normal voice. Drake, have you procured a DVD reader? Hand it to him. Yeah, it's right here. Good. This should only take a moment. He disappears behind the ancient display. I have lost the bundle of old discs and the DVD player. Amsel disappears behind the ancient display. After a few minutes of fiddling with its battered inputs, he reappears, a satisfied look on his face. Everything appears to be functional. The disc should be ready to play. Well, don't keep us in suspense. Start the damn thing already. It's Dietrich. Glory. Drake went to the trouble of fetching everything. Let him do the honors. Thanks, Glory. I don't really care, but thanks. Amsel steps back, clearing a path for you to access the antique machine. Where is it? Oh, over here. Watch DVDs. A soft whirring sound fills the air as the ancient DVD player spins the disc up to speed. The scratched LCD display comes to life, and a menu fills the screen. Wow, that's a lot of tracks. We'll start off with track 1. It's like a book. The screen goes black, and it's cheerful, excuse me. The screen goes black and a cheerful digital chiming sound spills out of the display speakers. A crackle of static fills the air, coupled with a shrill electronic whine. After a few moments, the display goes live. A disheveled-looking man appears on the screen, his eyes glittering with excitement. The timestamp on the screen is 2034-9-15. Adrian Vauclair. Never heard of this person, no idea how to voice them. Let's see how it goes. I think they're mostly German, so I think I'll try to do a German accent. Sorry if I fail. Hear me. I think we found her. After all this time, Fergus Führerschwein, I knew that she wasn't dead. His speech is jittery. Hey, I messed up the speech anyway, so that works out. You can hear the urgency in his voice. She has survived. She survives the Dragonfall, just as I've always said. I knew it, and I was right. The screen explodes into static, and the electronic whine in the background sharpens into a needle-like pulse of high-pitched sound. Somewhere in the background, Dante lets out a low whimper. Adrian Vauclair. The screen clears, and the excited face is closer to the screen than it was before. The words spill out of him in a breathless tide. Taking a team into the SOX, SOX, to retrieve her. The radiation be damned. We will take appropriate precautions, of course, but we must go. Hermie, I think that the body may be nearby as well. Somehow she has survived for all of this time. The screen explodes again. May not be back for some time. Look after Mom, okay? I worry about her. And Hermie, stay safe out there. I know things are heating up in Berlin, and I know you. Students' protests, civil uprising, you'll be in the middle of it, I'm sure. Just stay safe, alright? And I'll do my best to do the same. I don't know what's going to happen when I step into the SOX, but I do know one thing. If the Fire Wing is still in danger, I will put an end to her. Once and for all. The display goes black and the background of the wine fades away. A moment later, you find yourself deposited back at the menu screen. I thought I already checked out 2. I thought we were on 3. Oh my god, 3 out of 6. Like I said, there's so much reading in this game, so thanks for... If you don't like the voice, or my voice, or voice acting, I'm so sorry. Feel free to mute me. This is not a 100% playthrough, and we might not catch everything, but thanks for joining. There's a grinding sound in the DVD tray, and Green Winters, that's the guy who... Spoilers! Green Winters died. Last mission. We were trying to find him to get information from him because he hired us for our first mission. And shit went down. Shit went down on the first mission. And we were trying to find out who hired us. Well, Green Winters ended up dying. And we found his corpse somewhere. So we don't have a lot of leads left. So Green Winter's image appears on the screen. There's an eager look on his face. The timestamp, blah, blah. I have never talked to him. So I don't know how to voice him. Green Winters. Stumbled upon this archival footage of Feuerschwinger's original attack. Months before the Dragonfall. Easy to forget how devastating it was. Adrian saved a lot of people by bringing her down. I've got the footage all queued up to play. Starting it now. Additional comments to follow. The slow whir of the DVD shifts into high-pitched whine. A distorted, wavering image blows into being on the screen. A timestamp in the upper right corner of the screen marks the date July 6th, 2012. It's difficult to make out what you... Ooh. We moved. It's difficult to make out what you're seeing at first. The scene is dark and smoky. The telltale flashes of emergency vehicles' lights flicker on the periphery of the screen. The camera pushes in and you can make out two figures standing in a ruined landscape. All at once, the sound cuts out. I need to take a quick 60-second break, maybe 30 seconds. I'll be right back. If you're following, I'm sorry. 30 seconds. I'm not going to put up a banner because I'll be back in the time it would have taken me to put up a banner. So I'll be right back. Oh, well, that's okay. I think I lost somebody, but I'll meet up with you guys later in time, later in life. If you enjoyed the stream, thanks for hanging out. And if you want to catch later, I'll be doing this forever. Every day, pretty much, or every other day. I want this to be a regular part of my life, and I want you guys, the community, to be a regular part of my life. So it's okay if you just left or if you took off or had to go. Life happens. Feel free to jump in, pop in and out as you see fit. Either way, I appreciate you joining and being a part of the community. Like I just said, like, community is everything, and I think it's about just hanging out, chatting, jumping in and jumping out whenever you can or whenever you want, and just talking about whatever you want to talk about. We'll continue. Oh, it's a reporter. Again, for those of you just joining us, we're coming into you live from Stolberg. A few hours ago, the Dragon Feuerschwein, I think this is old news, launched an unprovoked attack on his Sleepy Hearts Mountain town. And you can see the results behind me. Fire, ashes, and blood. We are joined tonight by a survivor of the latest and most horrifying attack. Sir, I understand that you've been through a terrible ordeal. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us tonight. Survivor. The camera switches focus to a middle-aged man with a haunted look in his eyes. He stammers out a reply. Yes, of course. Reporter. If you could, sir, could you please tell the people at your home about your experience of the attack? Oh, it was horrible. It was just pure chaos. I mean, people are dead. People I knew, roasted alive or trampled to death trying to escape. My own house was burned to the ground during the attack. My family, we have nothing now. You all made it through the attack, though? Your wife? Your kids? Yeah, we made it, thank God. But we rode out of the attack on a small in a small shelter. Me and my wife and our 2 daughters. The shelter, it protected us. But the heat was unbearable. We just couldn't stay in there much longer than we did. He does look pretty beat up. How long were you holed up there? 3, maybe 4 hours, I don't know. We just stayed inside until the heat died down and the screaming stopped. Well, what happened after that? It was over, you know. When the air cooled down, we stepped outside. Then there was nothing left. Just smoldering wreckage and this dense cloud of black, oily smoke. And the stench of the air. God, that smell. And it smelled like roasting meat. There was a long pause from the tortured look in his face, and you can tell that the man is struggling to decide whether or not to continue speaking. Eventually, he does. Survivor. My girls, they found what was left on their nanny outside. Her body. What was left of it. She was stumped against the shelter door. I keep telling myself that I couldn't hear her pounding to get in, but that isn't true. I just couldn't bring myself to open that door. I couldn't risk my family like that. Not for her. Not for anyone. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to speak with us. Yeah. You heard it here, an absolute chilling account of tonight's attack. Again, the town of Stolzberg has been reduced to ash, another victim of the fire wing. Stay with us for more up-to-date to the minute reporting for Führerswing's Reign of Terror. Green Winters. Face appears on the screen. Okay, it's time for a new approach. Adrian's complete dead end, and that much is clear by now. So, we're gonna need to get some digging on the first shrine instead. Let's see where this goes. Wowza, I think that was track 4 out of 6. I think I'm on 5. The display goes blank for a moment. The face of Green Winters winks. Nope. No, yeah, no. Green Winters. Christ! I'm getting too close to something, and there's a trail of blood. Bodies. Sorry about that. And there have been disappearances. Gearbox, Marcian, Peregrine, and they've all disappeared within the past few years. Gearbox went AWOL yesterday, and they were making some sort of inquiries about the fire wing that I've been. There are ghost stories spreading around the Decker community. Stories about Deckers disappearing and then showing up later, but wrong somehow. Scary stuff, and I'm starting to think that it's true. Blitz. I'm so into the voice. Leans in to whisper to you. This guy, I think I gave him a country accent. I don't know whose stories he's talking about, Chief. I never really put much stock in him, not until now. Maybe not. Could these rumors be related to what's happening here? Am I being paranoid? He pauses for a moment as if seriously considering the question, and then he shakes his head and slams his fist on the table. No, I don't think so. Something big is happening here, and I'm right in the middle of it. That's a bit of a leap. One other thing. Tolstoy told me a story about the kill team that might be related to all of this. I'm gonna keep losing my accent. Apparently, a Decker named Hellborn posted a theory about Führerschwanger in the Shadowland BBS about 5 years ago. About an hour later, a mil-spec team showed up in the meat space and cooked her entire apartment, with her in it. If what Tolstoy told me was true, Hellborn live posted the event. She described her killer and that great big orc with skin grafts. Then the whole thread disappeared, gone without a trace. Igerlov? Sounds like he's on the right track to me. He pauses and looks up at the work that he's working on and finally speaks. I'm gonna go right ahead and say it. This has been Führerschwein, all of it. Adrian was right about her. She's still alive, and she does the socks. She's covering her tracks, working in the shadows, preparing to rise again. And that means that I have to find you, Adrian, for everyone's sake. Thankfully, I've got the lead. For the first time in 2 decades, I've got a solid goddamn lead. I've backtraced all of the Matrix nodes in Hellborn that I was looking into back before she got cooked. Whoever's been purging the Matrix didn't know about that. And I found that when she turns up, a set of map coordinates. He stabs through a few keys on his keyboard and images expand into the fill of the screen of his monitor. A satellite photo of rural landscape. annotated with GPS data. So now I've got the target. A place to start digging. The Harfield Manor, conveniently located in an isolated stretch of countryside miles away from prying eyes. Matrix records indicate some sort of data vault exists between the estate. And that's what I need to get into. Glory. And this is where we come in. I think I'm going to tap Schaefer for this job. She's got the skills to bypass whatever security is running out in there, and she's gullible enough to take the job in the first place. I'll feed her some line about the Flux State security, and she'll eat it up with a spoon. I warned her. Time to put plans into motion. But this time tomorrow night she'll have the information I need, and on the off chance that Schaefer gets taken out, well, there's something too. Can't make an omelet at all. And at all that, without hurting somebody. Can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. Until then. A few seconds later, the main menu returns. Dang, am I on the last track? This has been a lot of reading. When you play the 6th track, a small video appears. You recognize the scene in the window. You're looking at the tapered drapes of the nicotine-stained wallpaper of Winter's hotel room in Das Kasselhaus. The timestamp on the video reads 2054, 11:10. Green Winters. Suspect confirmed. Schaefer dead. Christ. There was a blur of motion in the haggard form of Green Winters, who lumbers into the frame. Winters reaches a shaking off camera, and the moment later, he reaches, clutching a cheap plastic drinking glass. He gulps something down. Oh, it's still in parentheses. He gulps something down, wipes his mouth and the back of his hand, and takes a deep breath. Okay. Back up. Slowly. Start from the beginning. Winters closes his eyes and makes a visible effort to calm himself. When he speaks again, his voice is steady. Dude, thanks for joining, Typhul. No worries. I'm actually going to switch out from Shadowrun, I think. It's been, what? Dude, almost 2 hours of Shadowrun. And I haven't really gotten very far. Like, I've just talked to these people and gotten dialogue. So, 2 hours. It just shows you how slow these games are going. Last game was 8. Last game was 8 pieces. This one might be like 12 pieces. So feel free to join whenever, dude. Feel free to fall asleep if you want to just leave me on. And I'm actually going to switch out to something else and go into just chatting. Just chatting and just talk with people if people want to talk and chat. So I'm going to play Cloudpunk. If you want the view, it is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful game. If you, and the music is really pretty. So if you want to just listen to that while you fall asleep, if you want to take off and just head out and need silence, that's cool too, dude. But I appreciate you being around. I'll catch you tomorrow if you want to play Borderlands 3. That would be totally cool. And sleep well. Sleep well. I got the call from my contact in the Krausen Bazaar, Schaefer, killed on the estate run. Matrix security at the estate cooked her brain. Considering Schaefer, I'm about to quit in like 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, so you're not gonna lose much. Cloudpunk is awesome. I'm only like 4 hours into a 10-hour game, so I'm taking it slow. Considering Schaefer's skill and experience, on-site ice must have been extreme, even by Berlin standards. Security of that kind costs money, real money. Given the evidence uncovered so far, corporate involvement unlikely. The connection to Firewing is too strong. So let's come right out and say it. The dragon is what we're dealing with here, and the smart money says that she's coming for me next. Well, I won't go down without a fight, and I've still got my contacts, still my connections, and the Flux State can be a hell of a weapon for a man who knows how to manipulate it. Good night. I might turn off the stream and then turn on the stream again to switch out to just chatting, because I want to separate the streams, the categories. So I'm sorry if it disconnects you, but good night and sleep well. Sleep well. Time for me to make my play. Ghost stories or no, missing deckers or no, I got to jack into the Matrix and start pulling strings. The countermeasures that I installed earlier should be more than enough to keep me safe for the 20 minutes I'll be here. He drains the rest of the glass, tosses it back over his shoulder, and a moment later you hear the dull, clattering sound of hard plastic on linoleum. Schaefer's death was tragic. She was a staunch supporter of the F-State, but still, all things considered, better her than me. He plugs the cable into his head, and the screen cuts to static. I think we've already read all the plays. I don't know why 2 is still there. Found the message Adrian left me all those years ago. He got cleaned up as best as he could. Strange, yeah. It's showing me again, but I've already read those, I think. As your finger nears the eject button. I'm talking to the boy. Black screen cuts over the static a moment later, and Green Winters' haggard face appears. If you're watching this, then I guess you've caught up to me. They've caught up to me. They will be after you too now. What the hell is this? Why don't you warn me about this before I came here? Hey everybody, Blitz is scared. We didn't know, not exactly. We're all scared, you idiot. Yeah. Whoever you are, whatever you think you're after, you need to find Dr. Adrian Vauclair. I talked to him already. Because he's my brother. Because if Foulswinger rises again, he's the only one who can stop her. You've seen what happens to people who get too close to this. I'm dead, and dozens of others have died. You'll be next, and you can find Adrian. Screen cuts to static, and the DVD tray slides out of the reader. We're going to save it right now. Oop. Save it. And we're going to move over to Cloudpunk. Save. There we go. If anybody is out there still on the stream, you may see some small interruptions here in a little bit as we run Cloudpunk. I'm also going to update my stream name, title, and all that jazz to Cloudpunk from Shadowrun. Ooh. And if you disconnect, I'm actually going to be here in just a few seconds. So I'll see you guys in a bit.